Quick question. Do you think I bought myself enough stuff? Good morning guys, how you all doing? Wow, I've been up for 2.5 hours already and I've still not packed. And all of that stuff, yeah. That's everything I bought for myself on this trip. Let's see, 3 t-shirts, a comic book, 4 key earrings, 3 sunglasses, a watch, a wrist strap, a picture, an action figure, 3 hats, and a cape. Nah, I don't think that's enough. Too late now. Well, last night I went to IHOP and had a battered beef steak, pancakes, and chips. Oh, and 2 eggs, that was it. And the thing is, I was only halfway through it and suddenly I felt so full. And I'm like, what? I've had nothing all day. I've had a few little bits of chocolate here and there. Oh, by the way, it's a nice sunny day, except look at the trees. It's extremely windy out there. And I'm supposed to be setting off in an aeroplane in that? That's if my shuttle gets me there. I'm now starting to worry about that. Although not too much, because I'm supposed to be packing, and that's what I'm going to do in a minute. You guys, you're distracting me. I've got 3 bits of chocolate left. Save them for going home. Oh, and I've done this as well. I always do it every single holiday. I bring a book with me to read either on the plane or at night before I go to sleep. You might think, oh, well, you've read some of it. No, that bookmark's just sat there so I don't lose it. I've not opened it, not read a single word. Maybe I'll do it on the way home. Yeah, right. Right, I've got less than 2 hours to get all this stuff done and get out of this room. Otherwise they're gonna kick me out. Well, I think I'm packed. I've just checked the weight of that. The scale flew off, but I've tried it again. I think I'm just under what I'm allowed. I think. There's some scales downstairs, I'm gonna go check on that while I check out. And it's time to say goodbye to the room. I'm actually not as sad as I was the last time I left LA. I've got no lump in my throat or anything yet. I'm just gonna have one last check around the entire room, make sure I've not left anything. I'm pretty certain I've got everything. Anyway, time for one last look at this view. It's been mesmerising, especially when there was a lightning storm. Yeah, and one last look at this room. I've not really sat there. I've been using it for my suitcase. So yeah, time to say goodbye, room. This is how windy it is today. Look at all the debris in the water feature outside. Signs have been blown over. It's been hectic. I know some of you guys have been asking where I've been staying, so here it is. The Clarion Hotel. My room's round the other side. And just to show you how close I am to the convention centre, it's right there. Which is why I wish I'd have stayed here when I went to VidCon. I wouldn't have had far to go. I'm gonna go back inside, it's too windy out here. The best thing is I can sit down in here as well. So I've just had guest services trying to contact that shuttle service again. And he actually got through this time. And he was talking to this woman who kept asking for a certain number, but it wasn't on my sheet. She was asking for something that I don't have. And after about 5-10 minutes of talking to her to try to see if I'm on their records with my surname, she just hung up on him. So Super Shuttle really is bad. I'm just waiting to see if one actually shows up early, and if it does, I'm going to see if I can get on it. Depends how my luck is running today. I think my luck is good today. A guy's just come up to me out of this shuttle asking for my name. I think what they've done is printed the wrong time on here. He says that he's here to pick me up. I'm glad. That means I don't have to sit here for the next 2 hours. Made it just in time. It's just turned 1 o'clock. So I've literally just come through security and I'm at my gate. I've now got to wait 2.5 hours. I think I'll do a bit of shopping. So I've walked from one end of the terminal to the other. It's not that big. I'm starting to get a bit hungry, so I think I'm going to get some food. So I've decided on a salad, I think this is the one that I kept having at the hotel. And for one last time, a proper Mountain Dew. Seeing as back home, they're now all sugar-free and they're horrible. So I've started wandering to another terminal. I've still got an hour and a half, but check out what I can see right there. That was what makes LAX unique, this structure. Tower there. It's cool. Oh, and FYI, I'm starting to get a little sad. Well, it's partly different in this terminal. I mean, it's set up differently, but there's a lot of the same shops and it's a lot more busier. I'm going to go back to my terminal now. And as I return to my terminal, I noticed this. Hold on. Sorry about that. That was a video call from my mum. I called Harley and he's like looking all over for me and everything. He seemed excited to hear my voice. Yeah, what I was showing you was my airplane's here, so I'm going to go to my terminal. We're about to board the plane. I don't believe it for once. I haven't got the wing. Cool. Well, I've made it to San Francisco and I managed to not cry as the plane lifted off. I had tears in my eyes though, but I didn't blub. And now I've got to try and figure out where my next flight is from, because according to the ticket, the gate hasn't been assigned yet. And I've looked on the board, and the one I'm looking at, I don't know if it is my flight. It could be. I mean, the flight I'm on is United and it says Air New Zealand. That's not the right one. I'm gonna have to go find out. Okay, I know what gate number it is now. G94. And now I've got to find G94. I'm assuming it's this way. I'm sure I'll find it. I found my plane. It's right there. I just hope my luggage makes it to it. So I found my terminal over there, but I've come back in here where it's a lot quieter, so I could talk to you guys about my holiday. I always do this at the end of my American trips. It's been fantastic again. I'm trying to think, what are my highlights? Pretty much all of it, to be honest. I've loved being at Warner Brothers, being able to film there instead of just taking pictures this time was awesome. Got to stop saying that blooming word. I'll talk about the down points, okay? I think there's only two that I can think of. The first being, I was slightly deflated by Universal Studios. I'm not saying it wasn't great, it was fantastic. But if you want to experience the Harry Potter world, it's best to go to the Florida one. And also the fact Terminator 2 was gone and Jurassic Park wasn't running. And the other one was Vienna Park. The only reason I went back there was for Fuddruckers. That was brilliant. It always is for me. It was the whole Vienna Park experience. I was like, why did I really go there? I mean, it was to test if I could drive while I was here. Turns out I can. If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have gone to Vienna Park. I'd have probably popped there for Fuddruckers, but I'd have done something totally different. I mean, even the last day I had the car and I had no idea what I was going to do, I still had a better day. You know, I went to Laguna Beach and Newport Beach, saw the dolphins. It was brilliant. But there's a lot of highlights. One of the criteria that I had for this holiday was for it to be different from the last Los Angeles trip. Oh, great, it's suddenly noisy. Hold that thought. And it was a different holiday. It started off pretty much the same. I got there, explored the area that I was in, only this time it was Anaheim rather than Vienna Park. But then I went on that Los Angeles tour and I did a few of the excursions, but they turned out to be different experiences. Like I said, Warner Brothers was different because I was able to film. Disneyland was pretty much the same, but I still had a great time, and I made sure I was going around places differently than I did the previous time. But now that I know I can drive while I'm over here, or wherever I go, I think I'll be hiring cars from now on. And who knows, I might end up hiring a car for the entire 2 weeks the next time I come here. I'm presuming it for 2 weeks. The other different experience is the fact that I came in October rather than June, and the weather's been a little bit more unpredictable. And I've quite enjoyed that actually, because I didn't have to wear sunscreen as much. I really hate putting that stuff on, which is probably why I'm red. Okay, highlights. To be honest, I can't actually remember what I did day to day. like I did the last time. Let me see if I can remember. So the first day was Anaheim. They were alright. It was still good. You know, got to explore the area. The Los Angeles tour, that was good. Because I got to go to Santa Monica Pier, despite the fact I went again. Was it Disneyland after that? Another highlight. Then I think it was Warner Brothers. I'm not certain. I really can't remember which order they went in. I've already mentioned Universal. Oh, the day that I went to the beach, that was brilliant. I surprised myself walking that entire beach. Well, both beaches. My feet are telling me off for that now, by the way. And then hiring the car, the various places that I went, like Newport and Laguna Beach, Santa Monica, and on the Pacific Coast Road, the Vasquez Rocks were fantastic. I even enjoyed being in Thousand Oaks just to go to that mall. But top of that list of the driving experiences was Griffith Park. The observatory, that was brilliant, but walking, while hiking all the way to the Hollywood sign and then back again, wow. I actually did tear up on that one because I was that happy. Of course I had to give the car up, but I went to Six Flags yesterday and wow, just going on just about every ride I think. There was one or two that weren't open and apparently one or two that were breaking down a lot. I heard a guy shout something like, "What is going on with this place? Why is everything breaking down?" I thought it was a brilliant day, and the fact that it was so hot and sunny for that final day. Yeah, and all the things that I bought myself. I've now got the whole wanting to go to Los Angeles out of my system for now. I'm sure it'll come back, but I've satisfied that need to go there. Do you know, the thing is, Nancy pointed out to me that I wasn't actually staying in Los Angeles, I was in Orange County. And I was like, yeah, I know. But, you know, Los Angeles is the middle of that area. You know, Hollywood is behind it, and Beverly Hills is another area at the side. I mean, maybe I could have called it a California trip, but no, I wanted to call it Los Angeles. But yes, it was a fantastic time. But now I've done it, I'm thinking the next time I come to America, I have to do something different. Although I have to say that the whole Florida thing is starting to bubble up again. But when I was there, I said that the next time I go there, I'm going with somebody, so that'll have to wait until that happens. But for where I want to go next, who knows? Anyway guys, it is now 6:05. All I'm going to be doing now is getting on the plane, flying for 11 hours, and by the time I get to Heathrow it'll be about 2:10 in the afternoon, and then it's a bus trip all the way back to Sheffield, and Pete's picking me up and taking me home, so I don't think I'll vlog tomorrow. Anyway, I shall say thank you for watching, especially if you've watched all the vlogs, and also thank you for subscribing if you have, and liking this video if you did. Until the next time, peace out. I've just thought of something. What if my luggage isn't going to the next plane? I want all my presents that I bought myself.